So before you guys get out there and start causing a ruckus this weekend, you got to remember your network is more than just your net worth. It's not always just about money. You got to look at your network as kind of a compass of sorts, right? And I'm gonna, tell you guys a quick story about, how I figured that out, and I figured it out a little bit too late. But never view your network as just your net worth. Like a lot of it does tie into how much money you can and will make, but that is not the only thing, right? You cannot have a bunch of yes men around you. That's what women do, and it's not misogynistic to say, because men and women are very different. Women will typically congregate with each other. Even if they're making the wrong choices, it'll be a group think. Whereas with men, we sit down and we try to solve those problems because our minds are less free. Women, I will admit, your minds are free in all the ways that ours are not, because we are very constricted. We're very logical. A to B, done and done. Are you guys listening? All right, let's tell the story. So, a few years ago, I was making more money than I had ever made in my goddamn life. I mean, I was just fucking loaded, man. Like, I was just making a shit ton of money, but I was not listening to wise counsel, right? I was listening to all of the yes men, right? Yo, bro, you're making money. You can keep doing this, do this and this and this and this. Instead of listening to the people that had my best interests at heart, I was listening to people that didn't. And then when shit hit the fan, where do you think those people were? Not anywhere to be fucking found, that's for sure. Instead of listening to wise counsel, that compass that kind of directs you and had you on the right path, I was listening to people that was heading me on the wrong fucking path. And ultimately, that didn't lead me anywhere that I wanted it to be. It cost me more than I wanted to pay and everything else, right? They say the road to hell is paved in gold, right? It's with good intentions, however you want to put that shit. So, what is it? The path to hell is paved with good intentions. Yeah, that's it. So, had good intentions, but was still doing the wrong thing. And that's just not the way it needs to be. You guys have to remember, there's a lot of things that are going to come your way when you are focused on the wrong things, right? Your network is a series of people. Now, granted, if you're hanging around a bunch of bums, like, you're going to be a next bum. If you're hanging around a bunch of gamers who just sit around and smoke weed and play Madden all day, that's probably what you're going to do. But if you hang around a bunch of rich people, congratulations, you're probably going to be rich. But they also need to have some type of morality around them. And instead of me listening to the people that had a bunch of morality, I was listening to people that obviously were not that. I was listening to people that were more focused on the dollar, the bottom line. And in some cases that can be good, but not in all cases. In a lot of cases, that's the wrong way to go about things. Like, you end up alienating a lot of people that would help you, right? So case in point, one of the people that advised me, his name is Soul, Armand. And he's kind of like my spiritual advisor, right? Like, you ain't got to be super religious or anything, but you do have to have someone in your corner that kind of advises you on certain things when it comes to that. And instead of me listening to him, I was like, yeah, bro, money, 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 money. And it cost a lot. So him and others were giving me fantastic advice. I just wasn't taking it because, of course, the network is your net worth, right? Not all the time, man. Sometimes you really have to focus on that. So don't just get a bunch of yes men that hype you up for a bunch of bullshit. If you guys see me, hanging out with my friends like AB and shit, I'm not the yes man. I'm like, yo, bro, that's probably not a good idea. Do we end up in some trouble from time to time? Absolutely. But for the most part, in my friend circle, I'm like, nah, we probably shouldn't do that shit, and usually if I'm going to do something dumb, I'll do it on my own without, counsel. And that's just not what you should do. Like, don't go off on your own. The reason you have a power circle is to utilize them and lean on them in times of need. They're the ones who are going to tell you, hey, you're fucking up. You're not doing this. You need to do that, this and this and this. If you lean on them, I promise things will be better for you. So before you guys do something fucking stupid this weekend, because I know you want to, fellas, go and talk to your power circle. Seek counsel. Listen. Get fucking sound advice.